The rabid dog. I never thought I'd be running away from a rabid dog. It all started when I was walking home from school one day. As I was strolling along, I noticed a stray dog in the distance. I was about to turn and go the other way, but before I could, the dog started running straight at me. I could tell it was rabid by the foam dripping from its mouth. I had no choice but to turn and run for my life. I ran and ran, but the dog kept gaining on me. I was sure I was going to be killed, but then I remembered something my parents had told me about rabid dogs. I remembered that if you run in a zigzag pattern, the dog won't be able to follow you. So I started running in a zigzag pattern and the dog stopped chasing me. I was relieved, but I didn't know what to do next. Then I remembered that I had seen a police station nearby. I made my way there, and when the officers heard my story, they were shocked. They had been receiving reports of a rabid dog that had been killing people in the area, but they couldn't seem to find it. The officers quickly organized a search party to look for the dog. I stayed with them and helped them look, but we couldn't find it anywhere. We were about to give up when one of the officers noticed something strange. He pointed to a large tree at the edge of the forest and said, "Look at that. It looks like there's something hidden in the tree." We all went closer to investigate and that's when we found it. The rabid dog was hiding in the tree, waiting to attack anyone who came near. We quickly subdued the dog and took it to the station. The officers told me that I had done a brave thing and thanked me for my help. I was glad I had done something to help, but I couldn't shake the feeling that this was only the beginning. The next few weeks were a blur of activity as the police investigated the dog and the rash of deaths it had caused. They eventually discovered that the dog had been owned by a mad scientist who had been experimenting on animals. He had injected the dog with a virus that made it rabid and caused it to attack people. The scientist was arrested and the dog was put down, but the reality of what had happened still lingers with me. The fear that a rabid dog could be lurking in the shadows and ready to attack at any moment. I will never forget the terror of that day, or the lesson it taught me, that evil can come in the form of the most unexpected creatures.